Hey guys, welcome back to Puffet Lauda, and welcome back to Charade Maniacs. We are here, still on Akase's route. Last episode, SENA actually finished the drama, which I'm still shocked about it. Honestly, I really thought that she was gonna be like, nah, I can't do this, and she was gonna back down, because she's kind of, like, no offense, pathetic. But, she really powered through. I'm still, like, reeling. I'm honestly, damn, I gotta give her props for it. So, she powered through it, and we're gonna see what happens next. Let's just get right into it.
ふと思ったんだが。
どうした？
デッドエンドになったキャストの記憶は本来全世界俺たちの記憶からも消されているとディレクターは言っていたよ
God.
な。でもセナとエバナは友人の動画を見てその存在を思い出した。じゃあもしバックナンバーの中に俺たちの知人がいたら。
同じように思い出すのか、トリガーが何なのか知りたいって話かい？
そうです。今回と同じようなことは今後起きないと思ったけど、もしかしてそんなこともないのかと。
過去のキャストに知人がいたらね。もっともだ。バウンサー、いや、ディレクターにつないでくれ。質問だ。
After nodding, Ryoichi faced the watcher that had been left in the living room. The watcher blinked and circled around in the air.
はい。ご質問をどうぞ。
デッドエンドで消された記憶はどういうきっかけで復活してるんだ？セナとエバナが過去のキャストの動画を見てなぜその記憶を取り戻すことができたんだ？そういう仕組みになってるのか？
いいえ、構造的には記憶が復旧する仕組みにはなっていません。お二人の記憶が復旧したのは偶然ではなく、こちらでデッドエンドの説明を理解していただくために特例として行いました。
Huh? An exception.
過去のキャストが実在の人物であり、デッドエンドで実際に記憶が消された例を示すにはうってつけと思われたからです。
Okay.
そのためにわざわざか。親切なことだな。
ですが、人の記憶や心は不思議なもの。すべてのデータを削除してもごく稀にあるものです。
That makes it so complicated. Like, what? So, okay, so even if it's deleted, like, people can still remember them? So, like, okay, so it's not truly deleted then. I guess it's like the internet where it's like, even if you put anything on the internet and you delete it immediately after, it's still, like, out there?
いないはずの人間を思い出すことが絆というのでしょうか。削除された人間と強い結びつきがある人間がその残滓に触れると、どこからかその記憶を蘇らせる。
How much do you want to bet? I'm putting like money on this. I'm putting like $1. That's all I got in this economy, okay? Give me a break. I'm putting $1 on this right now. How much do you want to bet that this is like a huge plot point right here? I bet you that this is something to do, like, what is there like a hidden LI in this? I don't think so. But if there is, I bet you that it has something to do with that.
レアケースです。しかし、記憶を取り戻したところでさほど意味はないでしょう。彼らの情報はこの世界にしか残っていませんし、あなた方の世界にはもう存在していません。そして何より。
Wait. So, hold on. The gears are clinking together. Like, my brain is just slowly like. So. What if, let's just say, the producer in this group is like. Wait, does this make sense? Like, what if the producer in this group is a deleted member that for some reason got brought back, but so they don't remember. Nobody remembers who they are, and they don't even remember who they are. But does that make sense though? So then how would they be brought back, I guess? But there's like, I don't know. There's so many things, like this could open so much. I don't know.
その人間はもういないんですから。思い出さない方が幸せですね。
But I feel like people would start to remember each other though, right? The director stopped there. Akase mumbled those final words to himself.
思い出さない方が幸せ。
まあ友達が死んじゃうところ見て泣いちゃうくらいなら忘れてた方が幸せってのもわかるかも。
That's a good question too. Like, what do you guys think here? Would you rather remember your friend who, like, if you were to watch your friend die, would you rather remember their death or would you rather forget about it entirely? Because I feel like there's so many ways that people grieve. I feel like personally I can see why some people would want to forget it, because I think that a lot of people wouldn't be able to move on. I don't even know what I would pick. I feel like it depends on the way that they die too, right? Because if it's like SENA here, like the main character, and watching her friend die, where like her dead end was just like she like disappears, like Thanos snapped into the air. I feel like I would want to remember that, because it's not like particularly, I mean, she did look like she was in pain, but it wasn't like brutal or like gory, I guess. I don't know. What do you guys think? I couldn't tell if Gyobu was joking or not, but Ibana immediately responded angrily.
お前は黙れよ。勝手に人を殺して存在を消してその方が幸せとかあいつらの都合でしかねえんだよ。
正論。それはそうだ。
I thought they were both right, so I decided to speak up. I can decide for myself if it's a memory that should be forgotten. I never want to forget about Yuki, and if I were to be erased by a dead end, I wouldn't want to be forgotten by everyone. No matter how sad it may be, I want you to remember. I never want to have my whole existence erased. I was able to face that video head on because I knew that it was better to be remembered than it was to not exist. So that's an interesting way to put it too. I feel like if my existence was to bring pain to others, I wouldn't want them to remember me. But I have a friend who's like terrified of being forgotten. So there's that too. I don't know. It's so complicated.
セナさんのその思いがきっとご友人の救いになったと思います。彼女はあなたの友人で幸せですね。
そうですね。きっと行部さんの友人じゃなかったことを心から喜んでるはずです。ちょっとちゃんとケイちゃんの意見にも同意したじゃん。ほじくり返さなくていいんだよ、そこは。
The heavy atmosphere gradually changed, and Akase quietly left the area. What's wrong with him? Huh? I wonder if he quietly returned to his room. Normally, he would say something first, and we still had plans to appear in more dramas. Before I could chase after Akase, Dazai stood up from his seat. I guess I'd be fine if Dazai is there. I watched the two of them walk away. That night felt longer than usual. Also, that's such a shitty thing to do. Like, what the hell? They're literally dating. He announced that to the entire group. And she knows that they're dating. Like, she's fully aware. And she literally sees her boyfriend, like, leave the room. He's clearly upset. And she's like, oh, well, his friend's going after him. I guess I'll just sit around and do nothing. Like, what the hell? Go after him! Like, more than one person is allowed to comfort somebody. What the heck? Like, if he says, like, I need some space, you can be like, okay, I'll give you some space. But for you to just be like, oh, there he goes. Well, he's got it. It's fine. And just walk away. It's so messed up. That's so messed up. If you think something is wrong with your friend, it is better to check with said friend, let alone, like, you know, just check with them. Just check. Let alone a boyfriend or a romantic partner. Just check with them and be like, hey, is everything okay? Before you just decide, like, oh, they're fine. Whatever. What the fuck? I'm sorry. It's fine. It's fine. I'm fine. A normal day. Happy day. If only I could go back to those plain and ordinary days. No, we're working hard so that we can go back. I can't give up now. If I'm gone, then there would be no one to remember Yuki anymore. I giggled when I thought about how much like Akase I was being by declaring this to myself. I did the same thing here. I declared in front of everyone that I didn't ever want to forget, and that I wouldn't want to be forgotten. It was an oath I made, an oath that must be kept. Saying it out loud would help me keep my word. I wonder if I can be the same. A knock at my door interrupted my thoughts. Yes? Come in. I unlocked the door and opened it, and I saw Akase there as expected.
ごめん、寝てたか?
No, how was the week? I welcomed Akase in and shut the door behind him. I couldn't even say his name for a second. I wondered how many times we'd been alone in my room together. But today, Akase doesn't look too happy. Maybe because you didn't go after him. You didn't even check on him. When Akase entered the room, he looked hesitant to sit down, so I stood on my toes next to him and reached out to touch his head. Ugh.
何してるんだ?
Can you crouch down a little bit?
こうか?
He crouched down and his head was at my waist, so I hugged him gently. He crouched down? Wait, he crouched that low? I hoped it would help. I tried to pat you on the head, but you're too tall.
なるほど。そういうことか。
Akase then relaxed and let me pat him continuously. You're like a dog right now.
今普通に嬉しかったのにさ、犬扱いかよ。
Sorry. Is there something on your mind, Akase?
気がかりなのかな。よくわかんねえや、自分でも。
Akase sat on the bed and I sat next to him.
ただお前と話したくなって、話せば気分も変わるかなと。だから、ちょっと弱音吐いてもいいか?
Sure, go right ahead.
焦るんだ。焦って迷う。これでいいのかわからなくなる。何か違う気がする。
Okay.
俺、どっかで間違ってねえかな。お前に全部話したのも、お前のことを好きだって言ったのも。
Okay.
本当は全部間違ってたりすんのかな。
Huh? I froze. I looked at Akase, frozen, and he responded with confusion.
ごめん。これじゃダメだ。今のこそ間違ってる。お前を傷つけるだけで。
He bowed deeply at me, so I hugged his head. Maybe you'll be wrong about that. I was surprised by everything, but my feelings for you haven't changed, Akase.
俺だって変わりはねえよ。でももし俺がお前のことを好きだって言わなければ、
Okay.
俺が自分の役目だけを果たしていれば、お前はもっと楽に生きられたんじゃねえかって。
So I think I kind of understand where he's coming from, because like I also have a lot of self-doubt, and like he's coming off like, oh, if I did this, or if I came off like in a different way, or if I didn't tell you how I felt, then maybe you'd be safe, or maybe you'd be happier and stuff like that, then things would be different. And I totally get that. I feel like I do that all the time. Like, I'm like, maybe if I didn't tell them this, or maybe if I tried something different. But I kind of live by this motto, like, I'd rather say something than not say anything at all. Because if I don't say anything at all, then I'm just going to regret not doing anything, like not taking any action. And I feel like not taking action whatsoever is worse than taking action and, like, at least living knowing that I at least did something to try to mitigate, you know, like, like for instance, like, if somebody was like being cheated on and I found out that someone was being cheated on and I went and told the person that was being cheated on, like, hey, your partner is cheating on you, and they got mad at me, like, of course, yeah, I would regret telling them, like, yeah, like, and having this difficult conversation. But at the same time, I would also regret not telling them, because then they would not know and then have this whole thing. Like, I would rather lose the friendship with them and have them know this information than not say anything and live with the guilt of not saying anything. Does that make sense? I don't know. Maybe that's a selfish way of thinking. Maybe I'm Akase. Maybe I live in the arrogant subservience. I don't know. Whatever.
いつか俺の存在がお前の重荷になるんじゃねえかって考えると
I am scared of that too. That is a real fear. Are you talking about earning points? There's no need to think about it so seriously. Going back is a goal for all of us. I never thought of it as a burden. I was laughing earlier because I was thinking of you.
笑った
Earlier, I told everyone that I don't want to forget, and I thought I was just imitating you. You said it yourself. Declaring something in front of everyone will just erase any hesitation.
ああ、あれか確かに俺みたいだ言葉にしたことほど叶えられる気がするんだよな忘れたくない元の世界に帰るお前のことが好きだ一緒にいたい
Akase looked up at me, and his smile was so soft and gentle. Akase.
よしお前に俺の大事なもんやるよバングル出してくれ
Huh? My bangle?
元の世界に戻ってもデータが残ってるかどうかわかんねえからこれは賭けだけどお前にやる
Okay. I held out my bangle as he asked, and he copied the data onto the main directory instead of the messages. What is it?
俺の好きなテレビ番組のデータ惑星戦士プラネテオン
Bruh. Huh? Planeteon? You said it was going to be important.
いやいや大事なんだって俺がヒーローを志す時に目標にした番組だからさほんと最後の展開とか熱いんだぜヒーローがめちゃくちゃかっこいいから
I watched Planeteon too, you know, so I know what you mean. It certainly was cool. I remembered that show. It was something I saw when I was small. I watched it with Tomase and my siblings and imitated it in the park.
お前も見てたのかマジかよじゃあちょっと一緒に見ようぜ1話から
I feel like he's like deflecting. Do you guys get that vibe? I don't know. From episode 1? Are we gonna watch the whole thing?
惑星戦士プラネテオンどこまで見れるか耐久マラソンだな
He said it so seriously that I laughed. Akase and I sat next to each other while watching the data. It was a show that I watched as a child, and we reminisced side by side, our shoulders touching. The time we spent here felt like an eternity. One day, when I look back, I hope this is just another peaceful day. I hope that it's a day full of happiness, one that I didn't realize was so wonderful. And we're gonna stop here. I feel like that was just such... I don't... What the heck is going on? We learned some information. Like, we learned that, like, if... So, first of all, we learned that those who are, like, in the otherworld stream that meet their dead end are fully erased. The only reason why they remembered their old classmate is because the director had allowed them to remember them, like, basically. Or they had allowed them to remember them, but also the director was like, oh, memories are a funny thing and you just can happen to remember things. So it kind of seemed like a cop-out. I don't know, it was weird. So there's that. And then Akase seemed to take that news really poorly. He walked away, and then he, like, came to her room, seemed upset. She kind of, like, just brushed it off, and then they were like, oh, everything's fine, let's just watch this old cartoon that we used to watch as kids together, and then that was it. So I guess that's what we're doing next episode, but what the hell is going on? I want to know. Why are they stretching it out so much? I just want to know what's happening. Give me the details.